In all societies across the world, one can agree that entertainment is a significant part of any culture, in form of singing, dancing, poetry, and plays. Since the advent of the television, plays have now expanded to become movies, television soaps, and series. And thankfully, Nigeria, the giant of Africa, has not been left out. As situated in a lovely country, is the third largest million-dollar movie industry, Nollywood.
Done time, small time now. That dog, indeed, you go grow for my head.
Thank you.
In tail, go grow for my neck.
Whoa.
Then in tail, go go for my ear. Then small time, I begin to back like a dog.
The Nollywood of today is made up of several actors, producers, and directors, releasing award-winning movies straight to theater, getting sponsorship from corporate organizations, and attracting international recognition. But it wasn't always like this. As in all of life's endeavor, Nollywood has a story.
This is very interesting.
In the 1960s, the first efforts to make authentic Nigerian movies were frustrated due to high cost of production. But as a result of government support for broadcasting in the country, by the 1980s, several states with their local broadcasting stations began televising popular theater productions. These broadcasters started indigenous television shows such as Tales by Moonlight.
Next edition of Tales by Moonlight.
Things Fall Apart, based on the award-winning novel of the famous Chinua Achebe, Nigerian's literary icon.
Everybody get. Everybody get.
I hear you, Father.
New Masquerade and more, which kept Nigerians young and old riveted to their TV screens, with lovable characters such as Okonkwo, Gringori, and Zebediah. The release of the movie Living in Bondage in 1992, directed by Kanayo O. Kanayo and Francis Ago, was an instant hit which caught the attention of the Nigerian audience as the first Nigerian movie to be released on home video. Other movies such as Violated, Domitila, and Diamond Ring launched several actors and producers into spotlight.
Well, there have been so many launching pads for Nollywood, for the film industry in Nigeria. But if you say for the brand Nollywood, I would say yes. Living in Bondage started it all. It started the whole drama of Nollywood. Kenneth Nebwe had neck video links there. Funny enough, Kenneth Nebwe was distributing Yoruba films as at that time, and suddenly decided he wanted to do his own movie.
Never forgetting our culture, several movies were made in several of Nigeria's indigenous languages, such as several Hausa movies, Igbo Passion in Igbo, and Shaworode in Yoruba.
Hey, come on, dákẹ́ máa lọ ra àwọn ẹ̀fọ́ bí yìí o. Wọ́n lè gbìyànjú lọ. Ẹ̀rọ arúgbà ló tẹ̀ ń báyàn.
Why indigenous language film? Because that is my mission. That is what I intend to project. Because that is who we are as Nigerians. we're not just one tribe, we're not just one ethnic group, where, I mean, we have 200 and something, you know, dialects and languages in Nigeria, and we have a way of relating with each other, you know, through entertainment and all that.
The industry began turning out about 200 movies a month straight to cassette. The smart and business-inclined Igbo people spotted a gap in the market and began a distribution network for home videos across Nigeria. The primary distribution centers were, and still are, Idumota Market in Lagos Island, Ojo Alaba International Market, both in the western part of the country, and 1/3 Pound Road Aba in the eastern part of the country. These marketers, as they are called, engaged in aggressive marketing using various means such as posters, trailers, and television adverts.
You may be 19 now.
Over time, the movie industry picked up, and with it, the careers of several directors, producers, and of course, actors, such as the versatile Chico Ejiro, Zeb Ejiro, Omotala Jalade Ekende, Ramsey Noah, Kate Henshaw, Osita Iheme, Chinedu Ikedieze, and the humorous Nkem Owo, whose movie Osofia in London was one of the first to catch international attention.
Donna left property and money, and they want me to go to overseas.
Exactly.
And claim it. This is fantastic.
Talking, yes?
Hardly.
Who is it?
Hello, it's the police. We have a Mr.
Mistress Sophia with us? Welcome, Mr. Sophia. We've been expecting you.
I am not Sophia.
Quite honestly, over the years, we've accumulated fans and across the border. And you know, people have been tuned to Nollywood films for quite a while, and not all of them were Nigerians. We thought they were mostly Nigerians in diaspora, but Africans in general became extremely aware of our movies, and then non-Africans as well, who probably have African friends.
Several bodies, which had been long established, began to organize annual award ceremonies to recognize outstanding performance and contribution to the Nigerian theater, such as the African Movie Academy Awards AMA, with several movies such as Rising Moon in 2006 and Abeni in 2007 receiving multiple awards. Today, with Nollywood booming into a $500 million industry, various producers and actors began to develop the movie market for indigenous languages, with Funke Akindele coming out with the Yoruba blockbuster, Jennifer, which had all Nigerians going about with the movie mantra.
Let's go there. Syria ke ayetere ke. Say Siri. Latonilo. Jennifer ke. Lagos ke.
As filmmaking changed, we have improved in terms of quality. We've improved in terms of the scripting. We still have a long way to go in terms of the output, training, development, but we are getting there.
To keep in step with the changing world, well-produced and edited movies began being shown in cinemas first before being released onto DVD, such as Mirror Boy, 2 to Tango, Last Flight to Abuja, and Phone Swap, enabling producers and directors generate revenue from ticket sales as well as product placement in their movies.
Funding is a very major challenge, especially when you have a tall dream, especially when you're doing something that is quite different from what everybody is doing.
Movie channels showcasing Nigerian movies have also been launched on the DSTV cable network, starting out with African Magic, The channels have now expanded to African Magic World, African Magic Yoruba, and Hausa. As of 2009, UNESCO rated Nollywood the #2 movie industry in the world in terms of output, with movies now being well thought out in terms of scripts, continuity, and directors taking longer periods than 3 days to shoot a movie. The industry continues to grow and gain more international recognition. Actors and producers from Nigeria have begun collaborating extensively with Ghanaian movie stars in several movies, and the African daily soap, Tinsel, and most recently, Turning Point, in which Nollywood meets Hollywood, starring Todd Bridges and Annie Hudson.
So you want to tell me that guy brought you all the way from Nigeria to this place to put me under a budget?
Man, I don't chop big chop up for you.
And hey, you got African roots too.
Yes, we will be the hub of entertainment for Africa. We are, even right now we are, but it would be, we will then become impossible to beat.
At the rates at which things are going, I think we won't recognize Nollywood in the next 10 years. I'm not even sure it will be called Nollywood in the next 10 years.
I am an eternal optimist.
I know.
We are going to move forward.
If we believe that we can achieve, let's work as a team and live up the dream.
Most recently, one of the foremost women in Nollywood, Omotola Jalade Ikende, was voted as one of Times Magazine 100 most influential people of 2013. The novel Half of a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Adichie has been adapted into a movie starring several Hollywood actors.
Toast with some pan wine and some good food from a going women from 504s and 505s.
With constant growth, reinvention and introduction of new technology, as well as President Goodluck Jonathan declaring the creation of a 3 billion naira grant named Project Nollywood, geared to support the nation's movie industry at the 20th anniversary of the release of Living in Bondage. The story of Nollywood is truly just beginning. Come and watch Nigeria take over. Be fascinated.
Nigerian, real independent, we buy Nigerian, 50 years younger, strong Nigerian.